This is part 2 of word listing video. In the earlier part, we saw if we have a list of sentences like this in column A, how do you get a list of words and the count of words? In the process, we removed unnecessary characters. If you haven't seen it, have a look. Now, we want to continue this journey. The objective is I want to look at unique words from the input and then look at the duplicates. So here, I can see each word, I can see the count, but if I have to see where the word Excel has come in the input, I will have to go to the input, open the drop down, search for Excel, and then every time I will have to do that. I don't want to do it. So what I want is whenever I click on any word in this list, I want this list to be filtered automatically. The second thing I want is words like is, not, and, the. Those are not really required. Those are stop words. So like an exclude list of punctuation, I want a separate list of words. And the third thing is when I click here and this gets filtered, for example, I'm going to do it manually using corrupted, it will work, but there is a side effect. Unfortunately, this list also gets filtered, which I don't want. I want the unique word list to be always visible, and based on it, I want to filter this list without interfering with each other. Here is the solution. The input goes in a separate sheet. This time, I have a longer list of feedback items from customers. Basically, any list of sentences. This is a table. The name of the table is data, and the name of the column is input. In a second sheet, I have the list of words and their count, just like before. The difference is I have another list of words which I don't want to see. So about, another, any, I have given a list of common stop words, but you can modify it. If you don't like a particular word to be stopped, you can remove it. And if you want to add your own words, you can add them anywhere. Now these words will not appear in the final list of words and their frequencies. Great. Now the second thing I want to do is, let's say I click on training. Training appeared 45 times in the input data. I want to see those actual rows where the word training appeared. How do I do that? Just go to the input, and this is already filtered on training. The problem now, operationally speaking, ergonomically speaking, is I'll have to keep shifting between this and this. So I go here, click on need, for example, then go to input, and then I see the results. I don't want to do that as well. So what I really want to do is see these two sheets side by side, and that possible very easily. Currently, in my view tab, I can see the open windows. I have the older version of this, and I have the new version, word count and search. This is the file we are focusing on right now. I am going to create a new window for this file. Click on new window in view tab, and then nothing seems to have happened. But actually, if you go to the view tab and look at the list of windows, you will see the same file has opened twice. This is the tick mark, which means this is the one I'm seeing right now, and this is the other one. They are exactly the same, but in this case, I can be in words sheet, and in the other file, I can be in the output sheet. So far, so good. Now, if I go to the other file and click on another word, say time, and then go to the other window, it will have been filtered on time, which is great. But I still don't see them side by side. To do that, all that you have to do is go to arrange all, make sure it is only windows of the active workbook. We are not interested in other files. This file, two windows. And how do we want to arrange them? Vertically. And there you have it. A brilliant solution where this list is filtered on whatever is selected here. So I can see the list of unique words, I can see their frequencies, and if I want to see a particular word, let's say need, I click on the word, and then here I can see the original list of sentences or text containing the word need. So best of both worlds. In order to make this happen, we had to create a sort of a macro. Because it's a macro, when you download this file, the link is given in description, you will have to go to that file in File Explorer, right click on it, go to Properties and unblock the file. Open the file, and while opening it may ask you to do various things like enable content or make this a trusted file or enable macros. So do all that, and then you have this solution ready. You go to the input area, whatever I have written as sample, you remove that text. Just select it from here onwards, shift control down, or better still, hover the mouse here, click. That actually selects the entire column without you having to do any keyboard shortcuts. Don't delete because then the rows will remain. Right click and say delete rows. That will give you an empty table. And now you can put your own list here and follow the process. Now, based on part 1, what was the extra thing I did? That's important to understand. Earlier, we just had a list of punctuation characters. Now, you may think I could have added the list of words just below this original list and it would have worked. The problem is it would not work. Why? Because when I'm looking at these characters, I'm just removing the characters. Even if they're a part of a word, I'm removing them. But here I can't do that. Why? Because if I remove the word an from anywhere, then I'll remove it from another as the word. So characters have to be removed irrespective of where they are, whereas the stop words have to be removed only if they are individual words and not a part of another word. Earlier, I have explained this long and complex formula where we were going through the list of punctuation characters, which are remove characters, and then in a loop, we are basically removing them from anywhere in the text. That's already done. But now I want to remove the words. If it's the first word, there will not be a space before. If it is the last word, there will not be a space after. So what I did is I created another formula for removing words. The formula is very similar. It takes the input of these already filtered words and then it does exactly the same thing with one difference. Earlier, we were just removing individual character, but now I want spaces before and after. So I put a space before and space after. But if I just done that, the original characters, the first one will not have a space before and the last one will not have the space after. That's why I took the input of this K2, which is right here, added a space before and after, and now every word has a space before and after, and it just works flawlessly. Just to show you the difference, these are characters removed, these are characters plus stop words removed. So if I go down, notice this is no longer there, and as you go along, about is no longer there, and so on. Now, if you think that also is not really required word, then what do? Just go to the stop words list and add also. Make sure the list expands, and then you'll notice that the word also is there in the first list, but in the second list, it is not there. So there you have it, an Excel-based solution for analyzing free-form text and tokenizing it. It's also called lexical analysis or simply word distribution. So if you found this useful, you already know what to do. Share it with as many people as you can. Subscribe, click on the bell icon, like. All that is important, but most important is to tell me whether it is useful. Add comments, ask me questions, give me ideas for more future videos. I'll be happy to create videos around your needs. So that's it for now. See you next time. Thank you.